Okay, so we have made it no secret here that The Witcher season 3 is kind of a painful watch. It's kind of painful. I didn't hate the first 2 seasons like Don
Uh-huh.
did. I did not hate it,
Yeah.
and we like Henry Cavill as, Geralt overall. But this season, something has changed. Something has changed in not a good way. All the characters seem like idiots, which is kind of whatever, that kinda happens in a lot of stuff. But Geralt, like the titular character, seems like a total dumbass compared to what he used to be. And I have several examples here, but we're going to talk about Yennefer and Ciri too. But what do you think about that? You agree, right?
I totally agree. I think I mentioned to you earlier, offline, that there's a scene that just jumps out to me like, why would you write this? You wasted money setting up this shot to then have these actors paid for this one scene or, like 10-second iteration within this episode. And it's where like Geralt and Yennefer are laying in bed or like by the campfire, and they
Yeah.
both get up and they're like, Siri, where is she? It doesn't leave you, it doesn't cut that scene off and leave you in suspense to go to another part of whatever's happening else in this world.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
it just pans over to the dwarf and he's like, "Wait, what'd you think I was a bad like bodyguard? I've been watching her the whole time. Like,
Yeah, you
what?
shite. You think
Yeah,
that of me? It's like, that's I
what,
like
what is
that guy
this?
kind of.
What is this scene for though? Like, and then it does feel like Geralt is so stupid now because they basically want to have a badass moment, but they know if they like lead you down the logical conclusion of this scene, it's going to end so many other things they have planned for the season. So they just have to make them have a one stupid decision to
Well,
allow.
they could, dude. They
Yeah, they
could have
could write it
alleviated.
better.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Listen. So this is the main one right here. At the beginning, they have this plan to basically use Siri as bait to draw out that Firemancer guy, right? And
Yeah.
I, watching this, the plan that they describe executing and the plan that they end up executing, to me, they're two completely different plans. So I don't know. Make sense of that if you will. Let us know in the comments if you think that that plan was accurate. But anyway, so they do end up succeeding in drawing out the Mancer guy to this place, and he ends up using a portal to try to escape or whatever. And Yennefer uses her magic to hold this thing open. And in the meantime, she's like, Geralt, go get him, because now he's alone in his little cavern or whatever. So Geralt goes through and fights this Mancer guy, totally kicks his ass. Like he's on another level compared to this Mancer guy, and it's cool. It's cool. Uh, and he should have killed him because they think at this point in the story, this is the big bad who's after Ciri. But what does Geralt do? Just breaks his hands and then dips. He just breaks his hands and leaves. It's like, are you kidding me? That is the dumbest decision you could make. At least cut off the hands.
I know. And it's not that much work. Okay, listen, I have a sword. I'm a witcher. I'm not just like a normal Joe Schmo, right? I'm a
Right.
guy who's a badass warrior. And I decide it's more efficient for me to break his hands than just grab my sword and cut his head off or stab him through the chest. It's like, come on, no, there's no way. Especially, witchers have magical powers. They're not just like normal knights or soldiers, right?
Dude, yeah,
It
yeah.
makes no sense why he would go this route versus any of his other alternatives to ensure that this guy is no longer a threat. He could even cut his legs off, right?
Could have
And then
cut
he
his legs off. Dude, stab him through the head. Honestly, a stab through the heart or like cutting his head off is probably way easier than breaking a wrist. Dude, I could not break somebody's wrist with my bare hands. I don't think that easily. Like, I don't think so. But I could cut somebody's head off with a swift, swing of my sword. I guarantee that. So, yeah, that was just a dumb moment.
real
And
quick, if this
yeah,
video gets 1 million views, we will try to break someone's wrists for our YouTube channel. Just to let you know. So
and if that
go ahead,
doesn't work, we will
share out
cut
that one.
someone's head off with a swift swing of my sword. But yeah, but it's true. And this, you mentioned it earlier. They just did it for this badass moment kind of thing and didn't think about the
Right.
consequences down the road. But before they do this sequence with the Firemancer, Geralt just went through a sweet hand-to-hand sequence against all these henchmen or whatever, these assassins, with his
Yes.
sword. So we saw the cool moment. It's very similar to the scene we got in episode 1, season 1 of The Witcher, where he goes through all
Right.
those guys in the town. That one Asian dude is like, yeah, Witcher, son of a bitch, or whatever he says.
Yes.
It's a
Yep. Yep.
hilarious line. Mutant son of a bitch. That's what it is. But dude, yeah. So Geralt is an idiot. What do you think of the whole family dynamic they have going on between
So,
Yennefer, Geralt, Ciri?
so we complained about this, I think, in a couple of other videos, and some people in the comments have responded because we didn't read the books or play the games.
Yeah.
We're just watching this and basing it off of what we get out of this TV show. So I know what they're trying to do, and clearly people in the comments have confirmed this that there is a little bit more of a family dynamic because the Witcher, Geralt, he is older, like looks older. Ciri looks younger at that point, and Yennefer is a little older as well. But at this point now, it looks so cringe because the actress that plays Cersei, excuse me, Ciri,
Ciri.
is now at the age or looks as old, if not older, than Yennefer. And Yennefer is trying to act stoic the whole time. It just doesn't work visually. You just you're pulled out of it the whole time. And
What about the letters?
dude, the letters. Oh my. oh, I was like, what am I watching here? I think there's a lot of tonal shifts in this series, and you haven't seen, we haven't watched all of them this, because this is a brutal process. We
I've
haven't
watched the
you haven't
first 3.
Okay, there's in episode 4, there's this cringe moment where you're like, "What is this fucking Glee now? Like, what the fuck is going on?" Like,
Glee.
oh yeah,
Okay,
you'll know it
it's a
when you
musical
see it.
number. I can't. I assume it's what it is now, but
Yes.
yeah, okay. It's very off topic, but even if it wasn't off genre like that, when it comes to the characters, it's completely inconsistent in my opinion. Okay, the family dynamic thing. The letters are another example of I think Geralt just being stupid, or this is really just the writers being stupid, but they're doing this weird dynamic where they're writing letters back and forth because Geralt refuses to talk to Yennefer because Geralt has no trust for Yennefer anymore after Yennefer tried to basically, use Ciri as what do you want to say? Like a meat just to get her powers back in the
Oh yes,
previous season.
a sacrifice.
It's the
Yeah.
sacrifice. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah. So, uh, but Geralt writes Yennefer a letter. I think it's in episode 3 or 2, and he says to her, Yennefer, I know this has been hard for you, and I guarantee 100% that I will be able to trust you again someday. It's like, doesn't
Uh,
that just mean you trust her now? Why are you
yeah,
even
right.
doing this? If you can guarantee, dude, I don't trust you at all right now. I don't. I wouldn't trust you to bring me a glass of water from the kitchen. However, I can tell you for certainty tomorrow I will trust you to do anything. It's like I think that means that you trust me now. Like what's going to change between now and
Right.
tomorrow? I just think that's the stupidest line. It's terrible.
It is stupid, and a lot of the interactions we get with these characters are stupid. Like, I don't know if you want to talk about right now, but when Siri is with that little carnival showing for these animals, it just, if you look at each event and then zoom out after all the events occur, because it might make sense why she wants to release this animal that's being put on stage or is being trapped and it's kind of being tortured. Right, that makes sense. But then
Yes.
it turns out it's not. Maybe it is that animal. I have no idea what the fucking creature's supposed to look
You know
like.
what?
But
You know what? Honestly,
once she gets released, it what? Go ahead.
honestly, I was gonna say let's make a short video about this
Okay.
scene specifically, or maybe
Zero
just
idea.
Siri, maybe just Siri as a whole. Yeah, we should do that. Let's make a
Yeah.
separate video of this, like a 5 minute because I think it's worthy of its own conversation.
All right. Well, let us know what you think of the IQ. How stupid the core 3 characters of The Witcher are in season 3 of The Witcher. Let us know down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.